The 2025 Disney Cars diecast mainline is in full effect, with the second case of singles, Case P, already hitting and really inundating Target stores across the US. Hey, if I can find the case, everyone else should be able to as well, because the Midwest here, man, it's tough, at least recently, to find new cars in stores. So I was very happy about that. A little lesser known, Case N, the first case of singles hitting stores, Target, Meijer as well. Both of those cases being found down under in Australia and Malaysia, and that Case N being found in Canada at Walmart stores. So a pretty good start in terms of distribution, I would say, so far. Hopefully it continues with Case Q here. That's the third case. And today we will be revealing the fourth case of 2025 singles, which is already crazy to think. That's a third of the way through the main line. This is Case R for February 1st of 2025. Everything so far has been ahead of schedule. Case P coming out in mid-November. That wasn't scheduled until December 1st. So hopefully, if we stick with that, we should be seeing Case Q here any day now, which would be awesome. If you guys intend to reshare these contents, please refer back to this video. I really appreciate it. And without any further ado, let's get right into it with some of the boring ones. We're just going to knock them out, guys. We're just going to knock these out and move on with our lives. We have one Cars 1 Lightning McQueen in this case. Then we have one Cars 1 Lightning McQueen with Rust-eze sign in this case. So guys, as I've said many times, if you see both of these in a store, you always have to go for the Rust-eze sign version. Same price, same exact diecast McQueen. Like literally the expression is the same, everything. But with the sign version, obviously you get a bonus sign. So always go for that option if you see them at the same time, which probably will happen quite often. And again, just kind of a head scratching maneuver for me, kind of like the Miles Axelrod with microphone situation from a couple years ago. Then we have two of the Road Trip Lightning McQueen. This is the variant, not the original 2022 version. If you didn't already have enough Lightning McQueens, there are two Rust-eze Lightning McQueens in this case. That is the version from the beginning of Cars 3. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to kind of speak before my term here, but that is all the Lightning McQueens in this case. We just banged out 6 of them. Holy cow, Jesus in the morning. Let's move on to one Fillmore here. All right, I'm happy about that. Fillmore heavy diecast sells pretty well. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Piston Cup racers peg warm in 2025. We know in 2024, there definitely were a couple. The Kevin Shift-Right, Kevin Racing Tighter battle at the beginning of the year. Then we kind of transitioned into Brush Kerber, Todd Marcus, Ruby Easy Oaks. I don't think either of them really were that bad, but some of the other ones, some of those early ones, I think Kevin Racing Tire primarily, really, yeah. Manny Flywheel is another great example of just these Piston Cup racers that usually sell quite well, just getting a little bit overcooked and sticking around the pegs a little longer. So there was one Winford. How about Winford, Bradford, Rutherford? That's a tough nut to crack right there. I mean, the Ford, the triple Ford, the RPM racer from Cars 1. He's back. He's in this case. This is not his first case of the year by any stretch of the imagination. That came in Case N. So a little troublesome here. Is he going to be a peg warmer? He was just released in 2022. We will see. Then you have two of Ernie Gearson. So after debuting in Case P, being the real headliner of that case. I mean, there was not a new release in that case, so he really gets top billing as the only new Thailand variant in that case. And now, after taking off Case Q, he is back for some more action, and I think that's fine. I mean, there's two of them in the case. There was only one of him in the original case, so I guess that's fine, but I'm a little concerned about Ernie here, especially, just kind of looking to what I know for future cases. This is not the last you'll see of Ernie, so if you miss him, don't worry, he'll be back. Then you have one of Donna Pitts in this case, so that's another Case P debut that is back. I like Donna a lot. I think she's more popular than Jonathan Wrenchworth, who's also back in this case. One of him in this case. I guess they're inseparable. There was one of each in Case P. Now here's another one of each. So it almost feels like they kind of, we're like, all right, Case P, don't worry, all you guys, you'll get a second chance here. In Case R, just take off Case Q. I don't know if they're kind of on a schedule like that, but both of those Rust-eze cars are back, and they have always been released together, it feels. Komodo, also back in this case, just one of him. Again, a Case P debut that is back. Now, obviously, this is a carryover in all intents and purposes of 2024, where he was released, and that was his first time from Thailand. Now he is back for 2025, just not really new anymore. Same kind of issue here with Cave Mater. This is a really good one, though. One Cave Mater in this case is not going to hurt anyone. A great new release from 2024 that has returned in 2025, but this is already his second case that he's being included in here. Again, though, I don't really see any issues with him selling. He has not had that in all the previous cases that he's been released in, dating back to Case D of 2024. You do have one Rust-eze Cruz Ramirez. There will be issues selling this one. She's been peg warming. She'll continue to peg warm, just not really a popular release there. You do have one Chuck Armstrong in this case as the Mood Springs racer from Cars 1. So again, a Case P debut that is back for some more love. I mean, Mood Springs, we all know how popular Mood Springs is because of Race Damage Mood Springs. This is not him, but it's close. It's like one step away. It's a couple hammer swipes and pounds away. So I don't know. I feel like this will be one of the more popular Piston Cup racers of the year, even with Ernie Gearson being a new variant. Logan Gearsall back in this case as well. So this was a carryover essentially from 2024. New release gets released in Case N of 2025. I actually have found a couple of Logan, which is crazy because I didn't find any from Case L of 2024, which honestly, in all fairness, I haven't really found anything from Cases H, J, K, L, or M of 2024. So I am very, very happy to be moving on to 2025, which, yeah, I mean, I found a fair amount of Case P and N so far, so very happy about that. But Logan Gearsall, the Model T Ghost, is back here again. Then you have one of Chris Freightman. All right, that's a great re-inclusion. Brand new release last year in 2024. Couple cases he was included in. Nothing too wild, though. Now he's back. Obviously going to be super popular again. I've only ever found one of this guy in a store, and I had to go all the way down to Houston, Texas to a suburban HEB store to do so. I have found the case he's in multiple times, but every time him and Tony Motorfeld... Actually, there was one time where Tony Motorfeld was still there and Chris was gone. So that actually just kind of speaks more to the fact that Chris Freightman is the superior, more popular one of the two, and he should sell great here. All right, then you have two of GRC Jackson Storm in this case. Don't really know why they opted for two of him, but whatever. Jackson Storm, again, that's a new release from Case K of 2024. It's a variant. It's Jackson Storm. It's most definitely not going to be as popular as some of these other new releases. Like, when we see Chris Freightman return here, or when we see Komodo return, I honestly think, especially by including two in the case, that might become a little bit of an issue. But hey, it's another car that I've never found in store before, so I'll take it. Now we have four new Thailand variants in this case, just one of each of them in this case here. Lots of Cars 1 action here, guys. There is a lot of nostalgia in these last four here. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but for me, these bring me back, all right? And we're going to start with pit crew member Sarge making his first Thailand debut. That's right. This is the first time that pit crew member Sarge has ever been released from Thailand. And I will show an image there on the screen of the packaged leak of him. So good to kind of already see that and see it solidified there. Actually, we have package leaks for 3 of the 4 Thailand variants in this case. So yeah, he's back. Kind of brings me back. Yeah, definitely does. The 2010 when he debuted from China. First release ever in the Final Lap collection. That was pretty cool. Despite being just a regular Sarge with a fuel box essentially on him, right? Then you have one Kyandee. So sticking within 2024, I did announce, or not 2024, sticking within 2010 in terms of both of these cars being released for the first time 15 years ago, now being released together here. Kyandee, I announced her a month or two ago now. She looks great coming from Thailand. We don't have a package leak of her so far, but I can already tell you what it's going to look like. You're going to see Tokyo Mater. You're going to see As Seen in Tokyo Mater in the top left, and then you're going to see Kyandee in the blister there. First Thailand release of her. Pretty anticipated release in my opinion, just because Mattel has been following this trend of releasing a lot of these Tokyo Mater characters, doing a couple, 2 to 3 to 4 new ones per year. And last year we got the Komodo Yakoza Manji trio. This year we're getting the Kyandee Cho Bye Bye Car trio, which that's a pretty great trio if you ask me. Kyandee and Cho, very expected. They were released since 2010 in that 2014-2015 Tokyo Mater Walmart revival, right? Bye Bye Car, not so much. Last release was her first release in 2010, so it was super monumental to hear that that was confirmed. But Kyandee here, still very exciting. Just not quite as excited as we will all be, trust me, when Bye Bye Car comes out in the next few months here. And then the last two, very interconnected. They have been released in a 2-pack together, which is so adorable that they now are in the same case, but as singles. Christina Wheeland, the blue Piston Cup race fan, just a neutral. Actually, both of these are neutral Piston Cup fans, which is pretty wild. I wonder if that honestly had anything to do with them being released together, or maybe that's just Pixar grouping them up together. Maybe they are, kind of supposed to be related, or husband-wife type of situation. JW, Christina W. Wheeland. Is there a connection there? I'm not sure. But yes, not to spoil it, but JW here is in this case as well. The Piston Cup fan truck, same model as the Bumper Save crew chief, Mandy Frudenbender, Canceled Easy Yellow crew chief, all of the above there. Both of which, like I said, first time ever being released from Thailand. They have been released in a 2-pack together. They have been released as singles back in, I believe it was 2015. So good stuff all around. It is kind of interesting though. The nostalgia here is a little different because it's not 2010 nostalgia. These are Cars 1 characters, but they are some of the few, and by few I mean like a few dozen, since 2010 from that first movie that actually got released. If you really look at in the grand calculus of the universe, there have not been that many new Cars 1 characters released since 2010, but these two are two of them, and yeah, brings back some 2014, 2015 nostalgia, because we have to remember that JW came out first in a Radiator Springs Classic 3-pack with Mia and Tia. And that's all I have for you guys. I'm sorry, what the hell. I really rambled on this video, but there's a lot to talk about, a lot of historical information that I wanted to dump upon you. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. I'm going to wrap it up here now. I love how I wanted to just rattle through those first few, and then we really took our time. That's okay, though. Hey, 13 minutes. What is the big deal? As always, appreciate your guys' support. Let me know in the comment section below, who is your favorite from this case? Who are you most looking forward to? If you were to ask me that question, I would say Kyandee, because I just think she's the most fun Thailand variant. I'm looking forward to reviewing her, whereas I'm not sure when or if I would review the other three, just because they're a little less significant. But that's all I got for you guys. Bye now. Thanks for watching.
Cut these